Live from our studios at One Television Plaza, this is WTAP News at 6.
A man hurt in a dump truck rollover crash last week starts a friendship with one of the people who helped rescue him. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Phyllis Smith. We hope you had a great 4th of July. Well, a man that was hurt in a crash last week in Davisville is going to reunite with one of the people that rescued him. The driver of the truck, Kenneth Boggs, broke his femur, busted his hip, and hurt his head. A few people nearby helped him get out of the dump truck when it rolled over. One of those people was Kim Rowan. She is a nurse and gave him first aid and called his wife. The day after the crash, she got a call from him. He invited her to come over for some food.
So yesterday evening, I got a call, and it was that number, and it was him, actually. And it was the best gift I ever received, almost, hearing his voice, and that he had just got out of surgery, and he was doing well, and that when he gets home and recuperated, he would like to take my husband and I to dinner. And I said, well, that's not necessary. And he said, well, how about coming over for hot dogs on the grill? And I said, you got it, that's a date.
She says she wants to thank everyone else that helped him after the crash. Turning to the weather, Kirk said it perfectly earlier, it's hotter than a firecracker. He joins us now with the first look at your forecast. Kirk.
It's not so much the heat, it's the heat index over top of it that's really impacting us. It looks like everybody's cooking in the Mid-Ohio Valley. Some folks out on the river here on a speedboat. 87 degrees according to the thermometer, but it feels like 93. The relative humidity 59%, the winds out of the southwest at 8, and the pressure 30.03 inches is falling. Well, when we take a look at our evening planner, we expect to be about 85 at 8 o'clock. Partly cloudy through the evening, maybe some patchy fog as well. 74 as we get towards midnight. So how long will this heat wave last? We'll take a look at the forecast to come when I return. Back to you.
Thank you, Kirk. The Ohio State Highway Patrol says traffic violations are back up this July 4th. Troopers say there was a significant drop in people on the road during the pandemic. This year, there were over 400 enforcement stops, 7 crashes, 7 distracted driver violations, and over 200 warnings over the holiday weekend. The Highway Patrol says one statistic stayed low, and that is car crash fatalities.
If you're driving a Bentley out there, I mean, the most valuable thing you have in your vehicle are the people. So our most important priority is reducing fatals. Then secondly, it's just crashes in general. So we put all those officers out there to help reduce that or any injuries that could occur in crashes.
OSHP wants to remind drivers to wear a seatbelt, pay attention, and don't drink and drive. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine authorizes 14 Ohio State Highway Patrol troopers and supervisors to help Texas law enforcement at the U.S.-Mexico border later this week. The decision comes at the request of Texas Governor Greg Abbott. Last week, DeWine approved almost 200 Ohio National Guard members to provide non-law enforcement support to United States Custom and Border Protection at the request of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security and the National Guard Bureau. They'll be sent later this year. There's already around 115 Ohio National Guard troops at the border. A fire broke out at the Bennett Tax Service on the 2200 block of Washington Boulevard early Sunday morning in Belpre. The city's fire department responded to the scene, and we have no further information at this point. We are still waiting for information directly from officials. We'll continue to update you as we get more information about the fire. A new study suggests that lottery-based incentives to boost vaccination rates do not work. Researchers looked at the vaccination rates in Ohio before and after the implementation of the state's Vax-A-Million lottery-based incentive system. They then used CDC data to compare the rates to other states that did not yet have vaccine incentive lottery programs. The scientists found the Vax-A-Million did not lead to an increase in COVID-19 vaccinations. The study authors say they hope their findings will lead to a shift to an investment in programs that target vaccine hesitancy. The Memorial Bridge is down to 1 lane as it goes through its second phase of inspection. The bridge's second inspection lasts from today until Friday, July 9th from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Parkersburg Bridge Partners asks motorists to watch for flagging personnel in the intersection, obey all traffic laws, signage, and drive safely. Minor delays can be expected during this time. Still ahead as infrastructure talks in Washington continue, broadband concerns grow. Why experts say it's a popular piece in a bill that needs to be passed.
Well, the heat returns to end our holiday weekend, but will it continue this week? That's next.
Tonight's news poll is sponsored by Mother Earth Foods and by the Basement Doctor of West Virginia.
Whether it's online or in person, think local. Buy MOV first. And think about how your local purchases impact the community. When you buy from a local business, you're helping your neighbor's little girl to have dance lessons, their child's team to have new uniforms, and those moms and dads can continue to put food on the table. Plus, you're providing revenue that helps fund local government services. So think about what happens when you shop local. Buy MOV first.